met this dynamic duo back in 2016. One knows a thing or two about making 10 men feel like 100, and the second will be there for you because Cassian said he had to. You know them, you love them. Give a rebellious applause for Diego Luna and Alan Tudyk!
Exciting, huh?
It is.
Hola, hola. Nice, eh? Incredible.
Wow.
¡Qué increíble! Sí. This is insane.
Can you feel the love?
The love, the energy. Wow. So cool. I was told yesterday that it was very special room, but this is unbelievable.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
It's all for you two.
Is this hibachi? What is this?
This is our
Very
arbors.
nice.
Yeah.
Great.
All right. So welcome back to Star Wars Celebration.
Thank
What's
you.
it like being back?
This is like, I mean, it doesn't feel like going back because you cannot get used to this, you know? Every time I go through celebration, I go back saying like, what was that? This is something, this is impossible. And belonging to this community, to this family, means a lot. You know, it's been 10 years and I'm not getting used to this. This is unique, special, and I thank you all for the love you have for what we do.
It's a glorious fever dream. How about you, Alan? What's it like for you being back at Star Wars Celebration?
Yar. This is amazing. This is different from anything I've experienced. I mean, I've been to a lot of cons, and we went to some Disney. We did some stuff, but this is great. This is different. This feels different. I mean, you guys can hear how much enthusiasm is happening here. When it's pointed at you, it's pretty powerful.
It is.
It's moving.
Indeed.
Yeah. Thank you. I will see you in hell.
All right.
This is the best solution to jet lag. No? I don't feel it anymore. I feel
Awake now.
pretty awake.
So Andor Season 2 will finally show the fated meeting of Cassian and K2.
Yeah.
What was it like for you to be working back together after Rogue One?
For me, it was like so special. I was telling Alan like how important for me it is to finish this way, you know, to deliver this second season, this final season, sitting down next to him. This all started with him 11 years ago. You know, we were partners in a crazy film, at least for me, a revolution in my life. Many things happened since then, you know, and I experienced that with Alan. I feel that close to him, and making sure, you know, that we get to the moment where Rogue One starts, you know. Yes, it's a... I don't know. I've never been asked to approach my work this way, you know, storytelling this way, knowing what the end is, having shot the end with, like, I mean, 10 years now, right? But we shot a whole film about the end of the story. And now, you know, building all the backstory means so much, you know. It's like revisiting 10 years also of my life, you know, my personal life, because the revolution Cassian is going through, I went through that with this project and with this character.
That's wonderful. And Alan, what was it like for you? Is it almost like you've never left, or is it kind of like a whirlwind getting back together?
It was great when I got my stilts. You know, I wore stilts so the K2 was 7-1, and I had to put stickers on my boots, a bunch of little things on there that were really happening at that time in my life. Con man stickers, all these things from, God bless you. And they were all there. It was all the same scuffs I remembered putting back on my equipment. And also on my trailer door, on your trailer door, they have your name, but they never put your real name. They put a code name. So just in case you're on location, people can't walk by and go, oh my gosh, it's Sigourney Weaver, is right in there. And my code name when I got to set was Old Pal. Right? Come on.
That's to break your heart.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
So when I got to set, right when I got to, like, and here's your trailer, there's Old Pal was on there. It was, so it was great. Fantastic.
That's
Thank
sweet
you.
that they put a lot of thought. Mine was Carlos. And I go like, come on, I mean, it's like, oh, how are they gonna call the Mexican actor? I don't know. I'm sure it's not Carlos, right? No. I was like, thank you. You really thought of it. ¿Qué pasó? It's just, I mean, it's so nice to see you all here. You know, I was told I said that in the panel, but there's 125 nationalities represented today in this convention. 125. That's how big this community is. That's the reach of Star Wars. It's incredible, no?
That's incredible. You almost forget you're in Japan with all those people.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Alan, going back a little bit to bringing back K2, did you approach him differently in season 2 of Andor as opposed to how you approached him in Rogue One?
I guess, like Diego was saying, we had created the characters before, so we knew their ending. So it was about remembering what we had there. And, you know,
Trying not to spoil.
no, I know, that's the tricky thing. I think the main thing for K2 is Cassian. As long as he cares about Cassian, then that's really the foundation for the character. There was a scene in Rogue One that never made it in the movie where, I think it was just in a script, we didn't even shoot it. We were getting off of some U-wing or something, and there was some other general there who said, droid, grab the bags, get these boxes, and put them over there. And I said, no. And I walked away and followed Cassian. And that was one of the biggest bases, I just based the character on that moment, which never even ended up in the movie, that if Cassian had said to do it, I would have done it. Maybe begrudgingly, I would have said, why? I don't want to, but okay, I'll do it. And
Always complaining, exactly.
yeah, always complaining, yeah.
He would do it.
Always, yeah. But, so that was the main foundation.
Do you think K2's sassiness and sarcasm is already built in, or do you think it grew after meeting Cassian?
Oh, it grew. Okay, there's a thing that people don't know. When you watch it, Diego is Cassian is very serious, but he's not serious as a person at all. So, yeah. And so he's a bigger smartass than K2. So when they yelled action, I got to keep it going. I get to keep that. I was playing off of Diego, so that's where it came from. I mean, it was part of it. He was a little petulant kid. Why don't I get a blaster and they do? This is terrible. You know, he was always complaining. But his smartassness came from Diego. I think a lot of it.
That's great. I remember you once called K2 an anti-C3PO, which makes so much sense now.
Yeah.
And Diego, how has your relationship with the character of Cassian evolved and changed from Rogue One to Andor Season 2?
I mean, dramatically, definitely. I think Rogue One is a film about an event, right? And we built characters for that event. We arrived as actors with a backstory and knowing who our characters were. But the film is not exactly about that. There's a lot of mystery around these characters. And Andor allowed us to tell the story of who they are, what's behind the decisions they made, you know? It's like approaching a historical event or a historical character, right? We all know what he did, you know? We all know what he's capable of. We know the big sacrifice he made, but we don't know why. What is he leaving behind? And this story is about that. And I like establishing a parallel between Cassian and myself because I built a family, I built a community through Andor, you know? Yes. And a community of people I admire, I learned from. We went through rough times, you know. We went through the pandemic together, you know. We were living in London while home was really far away. So all of that transformation, all of that journey that I took, it does make me a different person today. And all of that I could use for Cassian, you know. I learned a lot about the community. I learned a lot about that decision he makes, that sacrifice he makes. It's because he belongs now, you know. And we get to see through this second season, what is he leaving behind and what is he fighting for, you know. I think I keep saying this, behind a revolution, there is pain, there is, you know, anger, injustice, a lot of loss, but there's also something very romantic behind every revolution, and it's love, you know? It's love, belonging, it's family, and that's what Cassian is fighting for. Yes, Viva Mexico, sí.
It's beautiful.
And I did build a family. I made strong connections in this process, and I today belong to a community. Yeah.
You absolutely do, absolutely.
And I got to wear really cool outfits also. You'll see the second season. I mean, oh my God,
wait.
get ready.
An amazing
Get
bonus.
ready.
I wore this same sort of body panty.
I wish there was a picture to show.
Thank
how
goodness
you-
there isn't. Don't show it if you have it.
Speaking of, do you have any fun memories from set that you'd like to share? That means there's too many.
I mean, I have so many. Most of like, the ones where laughter was involved, Alan was involved, you know?
I can imagine,
Because
yes.
he blames me, but his humor is just so sharp. And
Yeah.
Yes.
So my favorite thing when we were doing Rogue One is I wore the stilts, but if it was a dangerous place, either it was on sand that I couldn't walk in stilts, or if we were on that in Jordan, we went all the way to Jordan and we shot on a cliff. They said, you can't wear the stilts, you have to wear this stupid backpack that has a cardboard K2 head on it with a telescoping thing on it. And we hadn't been working but just a few days when we went to Jordan. And Diego came up to me and said, Alan, I'm sorry, you know, you have to take off that stupid backpack. The entire crew is depressed. They thought they were on a big budget movie, it was gonna be a hit, and then you walk out with this crap.
it did feel like a school, like, you know, a school short, you know?
Yeah, it was pretty sad. I mean, it was really just a piece of cardboard so that they could look up at that. I remember that. That was very fun. And all of this stuff we did, we went to, I mean, back then we were going different places. But
You know, I'll tell you one because you can go and actually watch it, which I suggest you do after finishing season 2. Go watch Rogue One. You'll see it from a from a different perspective, definitely.
Yeah, in chronological
but
order.
There's a slap in Rogue One, and if you're obviously everyone's looking at him and the slap, but if you look at me, you can tell I'm laughing. You can tell they didn't edit it out.
I know.
I'm covering my face, and you can tell it's not the character. No,
It's you, genuinely you.
It's the actor being very unprofessional. Yes.
Yeah, I've signed that picture before, and you can see your hand is covering up this much, and that part of your mouth is going up into a smile, and it's not a smiley moment. We're about to go to jail.
What do you think you two will miss most about your characters, knowing that season 2 is the end of Andor's story? What is that? Yes.
I mean, you want to get us crying and everything here? I mean, is that
A
kind
little
of
bit,
show?
yeah.
Is this like, I mean, you know what? It's easy to say, I'm going to miss the character, I'm going to miss this universe, I'm going to miss the freedom we had, you know? We had complete freedom on this show, like, and the trust of Lucasfilm, of Disney, and I think, I mean, I appreciate that a lot. But if something I have to say, I'm gonna miss this community. I'm gonna miss the everyday going to work and knowing we are working for an audience like you know? Knowing that we are telling a story that is going to end in your hands, in your hearts, hopefully. It's been a bless, the whole process, the everyday, you know, the everyday of working also with people, not just that I admire, but that I can learn so much from and that care so much for what they do. It's been a very special journey, and I'm going to miss this family, yeah.
I love you, as you know. Return my calls, you son of a bitch. I have to say, one of the things I'm going to miss is the storytelling. There's a lot of darkness in this story, a lot of difficulty in Andor and in Rogue One. They're fighting against, it seems, impossible odds. And to be the part of the story that is hope, to get to play the part of the person who is courageous and who is betting on hope, is a great character to get to play, and is a great part of the story to get to be a part of. And it's a real gift, and yeah, I think that's the stories we need now for sure, and it's great to be able to be in.
That's wonderful.
You know, one thing that I mean, and this is the right place to talk about him and what he brought and the tools he gave us. One thing this show does is that pays respect to one perspective, you know? There's someone behind this show, and there's a point of view that is celebrated in this show, which is Tony Gilroy's, you know? And when I spoke about the freedom, it means a lot, and I think it's a great example to the rest of the industry, you know? We can't lose these projects that celebrate the perspective of a filmmaker, of a voice, you know? Yeah. And this is one of those, you know? So yes, I've been lucky to work with that material, and that great writing brings everything else, you know, into the mix.
Well said. So, just finally, what are 3 words you would describe to the fans out here, out everywhere, to get them excited for season 2 of Andor? 3 words. Only 3.
3 words. Oh shit! It's difficult to. Oh, damn. You're thinking, right? Should I, I'll take it?
I'll do my first.
Okay, go for it.
3 words?
Ping pong back and forth, yeah.
May the force.
Oh.
Doesn't really.
No,
It's not as good, just 3.
and you just said 3, so you lost your opportunity.
Yeah.
Now you can have another one since it's the final season.
Be with you. Those are my other 3.
That's the.
Right off the top of the dome. Thank you.
I'm gonna say. I'm tempted to say them in Spanish.
You could say it in Spanish. Absolutely. Go with what your heart says.
Está bien chingona. You agree, right? Do you agree?
Also 3 words.
What are the words? Do they translate into 3 words as well, or would it take a lot of words to say it?
No, it does translate, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
Oh.
In Spanish, you can get away with.
Yeah, right. No, that's good.
I said
that's
it
good.
already, right? And
He's a true rebel.
Nothing happened. We're still here.
No, it's truly, that's good.
No, I just want to say thank you, gracias. Arigato.
Thank you two so much for this.
Thank you.
This was so exciting. You got everybody so amped up.
Brilliant.
Can't wait to see how Cassian and K2 meet up in season 2 of Andor. Besties at home, don't go away because we have even more Star Wars Celebration live for you.
Woo!